Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Backtrack. Thank you very much for coming along on such a sunny day. We're really excited to be launching Backtrack today, and we want to share that with you. So without further ado, I'm going to hand over to Karen from Community Rail Lancashire, and Karen is going to introduce where we are with Backtrack.
Yes, good morning, everyone. Lovely to see you all. Let's get my presentation up. Okay, so the reason we've put on today is really to give information for those of you to take part in the competition this year. So a little bit of information about what happened last year, what's changed. There's quite a few people today who can't make it as it's half term. So as we're recording it, they'll be able to watch and catch up. Now, we wanted to start with a little bit of a flavour of last year. So there's no better way to do that than having a guest star. So this morning, we're really lucky that Henry Plume, who was our winner of the song category, is joining to perform live. I mentioned to Henry earlier, I use this song in all my school talks. So this song has been sung by thousands of children, and every day that I go into school and show them this, I come home singing the tune. So it's really catchy. No wonder it's the winner. Thank you for joining us this morning, Henry. Would you like to unmute yourself? Definitely, we need to hear your lovely voice, and take it away.
Oh. All right. So should I take it away then? Somewhere down the line, there's a train coming thundering. Somewhere down the line, there's someone walking, stumbling down the track. Oh, you can look back when you're gone. There's dangers on the train track, just like every other place. There's dangers on the train track, they might just not be in your face. Keep a safe distance when you're waiting for a train. Behind the yellow lines, it's just fine, nor any other way. 25,000 volts rushing through the cables there. The red circle with a line through it means no entry there. Stop and think before you do whatever you think is right. It might just be saving your life. Somewhere down the line, there's a train coming thundering. Somewhere down the line, there's someone walking, stumbling down the track. Oh, you can look back when you're gone. Trespassing on the railway is really, really wrong, and that is why I wrote this song. Stop and think before you do whatever you think is right. It might just be saving your life, oh, your life. Thank you very much.
Oh, Henry, that was amazing. So amazing live. And you know what? It's so good because I felt like I was at a proper pop concert because I knew the words to sing along to. That was perfect. Thank you so much for coming along today. And I know you said earlier that you're really keen on taking part again this year, and we would love that because you set such a high standard last year for people to follow this year. So thank you. So I'm just going to talk a little bit around the sort of like background of Backtrack and how it came about. So before the lockdown last year, at Community Rail Lancashire, where I work, we used to host education network meetings. So for officers who lived and worked in the north, we'd meet up every couple of months. We'd put on training opportunities. We'd talk about going to schools and doing our safety sessions and career sessions. And then when lockdown struck, I was really worried that we'd have all these officers dotted around the north in isolation. Especially, you know, we weren't seeing anybody. So what I decided to do was to put the meetings online. So we had a virtual network. And the Community Rail Network said, would you mind opening that up to officers across the UK? So you can see on the map, you know, we've had attendees from Scotland, Wales, the South, the Midlands, all across the North. And we meet monthly. We talk about how we're going to educate youngsters about railway safety, how we're going to get more youngsters into careers in rail. And because of the work that we did last year, including Backtrack, we were recognised at the Community Rail Awards, and we were given the Outstanding Contribution to Community Rail Awards, which we're all very much proud of. So one of the meetings, we had a representative from Network Rail join us, Dawn Sweeting, who's the Community Safety Manager for the East Coast. And she said, look, there's a real spike in trespassing happening at the minute. There's some young people, they're not going to school, and they're meant to be, you know, learning from home, but they're spending some time trespassing. Can you come up with a competition that will, you know, discourage them from doing that, like a poster competition? And we all thought, you know what, we've had a lot of poster competitions, let's do something a bit more fun. We'd seen lots of young people making TikTok videos, making absolute fools of themselves, sharing it on social media, having the best time. And we thought, let's take a bit of that and let's do a competition. But we wanted to make it inclusive. We wanted to make sure that if young people didn't have phones or computers or the latest technology, they could simply grab a pen and paper, draw a cartoon, write a story board, do a script, and enter the competition as well. I'm going to pass you over to my colleague Rowena now.
Hi. Sorry about that. I lost the control.
All right.
I'm Rowena from the Penistone Line Partnership. So our 2020 winners, obviously, we've all just had the pleasure of listening to Henry's lovely song. I think actually, I'm going to be really honest. I think that's the first time I've actually heard it right the way through from beginning to end instead of little snippets continually. And it's lovely. I really, really like it. And the lyrics are brilliant. So we had over 50 young people take part from all over the country. And since we've been, since Backtrack completed last year, we've been sharing the entries in online school lessons and also with Scouts and Guides groups and any other community groups. And Community Rail Lancashire alone have engaged with over 1,000 young people since the competition launched. And it's brilliant to be able to show it as part of a school presentation. And I think because it's all young people involved in it, then the young people that are watching it, they engage straight away because it's not some old person telling them this is what you shouldn't do. And it makes a huge, huge difference. So I think it was last week, or 2 weeks ago now, Karen did some things in secondary schools and engaged with 450 children alone just in 1 week, which is amazing. And obviously we've now got online resources as well.
Shall I put last year's winners up, Ro? Because
yes,
it wasn't,
please, yeah.
Because we had Henry. So Henry, we're going to hear you again in our little snippet of the other winners. So obviously we had winners from different categories. I just have to share my screen again because I want to show you the full-size video of last year's winners. Here we go.
Yes! It's dangerous on the train track. They might just not be in your face. Keep a safe distance when you're waiting for a train. Behind the yellow lines, it's just fine. Not any other way. There's 25,000 volts rushing through the cables there. The right circle with a line through it means no entry there. Stop and think you do what I think is right.
Imagine your mum or dad or someone you know is a train driver. Every day they could be affected by people messing about on the railway line. This is extremely dangerous and could affect a train driver's life forever, as they may never be able to return to the job, and the effects can be life-changing.
Don't go on the tracks, please play nice. Don't go on the tracks, you might pay the price. Between breaks takes time, empty fumble fits in line. Trespassing to get hit, cars speeding change sickness to fame. Behind line, the yellow line, stay behind the yellow line. Behind line, the yellow line.
That is the other song that I sing a lot, the Don't Go on the Tracks one. Just have that in my head.
Okay, great. So I'm just going to tell you a little bit about our product. So we've compiled links, curriculum links for Key Stage 2, 3 and 4, and created a promotional film featuring young people, which has had over 3,500 views on Facebook during the competition promotion period last year. And we're looking to obviously have a lot more this year. I think as it's been promoted, particularly during lockdown periods, it's definitely increased the number of people seeing it. And now we're including it as part of our presentations in schools, whether it's live in schools or whether it's over Zoom, which it seems to be a lot at the moment still. Then we're still getting the message across. So hopefully we might get some more entries this year.
Hi everybody, I'm Felicity McNicky and I'm from Bishop Line Community Rail Partnership up in Darlington. I'm just going to show you a few of the things that we've changed for this year, which makes it a bit easier to enter actually. So I'm just going to share a different presentation. It's actually our website that I'm going to share. So you can just see a little bit of how easy it is to upload entries this year compared to last. If you didn't see it last year, it was a little bit clunky. So this year we've worked on a brand new Backtrack website. And we've got different tabs across the top, which are really aimed at the different kind of people that we would expect to come to our website. The main one that we hope that everybody will use when they come is the Enter the Competition website, the Enter the Competition page, where you'll find a hopefully really easy form which you can fill in and then upload your entry straight onto that form. So the first bit is all about what age group you're going to be entering. And this year we're starting right from age 7 up to however old you are. We're not excluding anybody. Then if you are under 18, we ask you to complete your parent or carer's details or your teacher's details if you're part of a school group. All the way down to the bottom, we have a really easy click button for our terms and conditions and our media consent document, which you'll find at the top of the page, and then you basically just upload your file there. Really easy, but do make sure that whoever it is you're helping to enter reads those terms and conditions and the media consent document before they upload, because we really want to be able to gather your entries so that we can share them in schools. And if you're not happy for us to do that, then unfortunately you wouldn't be able to take part. The reason for the competition is to gather as much data, like as much images, as much films as we can to share with other people, and that's the main aim of the competition. So the next section, putting your entry together. If you're a teacher or a scout leader or a youth group leader, then you might use this page just to inspire your young people. Across the top, we've got some sliders with some Network Rail facts about different things that they might not have known about trespass, how much a train weighs, how long it takes to stop a train, loads of different facts. Then further down, we've got some useful links to places that we would direct you to get more information about how to create storyboards, films, animations. If you're going to write a song, here's a couple of links to websites that might help. And as the competition goes on, we're going to add to that. And if anybody's got any great ideas, then please do share them with us and we'll put them onto that page. The next tab, again, this is an inspiration kind of page in a negative way. The inspiration is that there's so much trespass happening and so many terrible statistics. These kind of shock factors do help to inspire you to create a really good message. So we've got some links here to some press releases that you'll find quite useful. Actually, it just shows the really silly things that people do on the railways and the things that you shouldn't do. So use those certainly with your young people to give them inspiration of why to take part. Then we've got the previous entries tab, which shows you the film that you have already just seen. But if you want to share that with your youth groups in schools, that's where you'll be able to find it. Now, this is the useful page that Arena talked about. If you're a teacher and you would like to see how the competition links with the curriculum points, we've got 2 downloads here. One of them is the Key Stage 2 links document, and the second is the Key Stage 3 and 4 document. And that shows how it links through to all the different elements of the curriculum that you'll be teaching. Then Finally, we've got our sponsors and supporters page, which shows just how widespread the support for this competition is. It's fantastic to see all of the people who take part in bringing the competition together, but also some of the sponsors from the rail industry as well. So if you want to be able to share the kind of the backing of this project, then this is the page that you'll want to go to. So the website hopefully is very easy. As I say, the upload page is very easy, but if you want any more inspiration about just how easy it is to put together your entry, then we've got a really great little animation that Karen is going to share with you now.
That's better.
Backtrack. Create it.
Share it.
Save lives.
Unfortunately, people have been risking their lives trespassing on our railways. It's not safe.
In fact, it is a seriously dangerous thing to do.
You could get killed or receive life-changing injuries. It's not worth it.
We need your help to create and share a simple but powerful message to make young people aware of these dangers and ultimately to save lives. There are a few different ways you can do this, and we have lots of great prizes. So whether you like to make videos, to draw, to write songs or create drama scripts, this is for you. Remember to use the hashtag
Stay off the tracks.
Your entry must be made at home, and your garden is also allowed. Or if you're in a school or college, that's okay too. If you include it anywhere else, you will be disqualified.
The deadline is 30th of September this year.
We'll need you to send us your creative work
And entry form.
Take a look at our website for all the information, some important rules and useful tips. Enter for the chance to win a GoPro.
Have fun, stay safe, good luck.
Just going to come back to the other screen now. And hand you over to Maddie.
Yep, hello everyone, my name is Maddie. I am from the South East Communities Rail Partnership. And as you can see, we had lots of support last year, and we're hoping to have even more support this year. Last year's prizes ranged from books to GoPro Hero 8 bundles. This year, we're going to have more spot prizes each month. And the main prizes will be things like the GoPro Hero 9 bundles. But this year, we decided to ask our supporters for some money can't buy prizes. And so far, these include the Tyne and Wear Metro are offering a tour of their new rolling stock using VR headsets. We've got a behind the scenes tour of the Head of Steam Museum in Darlington, which will be celebrating the 200th anniversary of the birth of the Stockton and Darlington Railway in 2025. And Govia Thameslink Railway are offering the chance to drive a GTR train simulator, which is what they actually use to train their train drivers, which we're all very excited about. Of course, prizes will depend on your location and where your nearest experience is to you. And we also have to bear in mind that because of the pandemic, some of your experiences may be delayed just depending on the current government restrictions. Karen, can I have the next slide, please?
You can indeed.
Thank you. So we just put up our contact details up here. If you would like any support, maybe a short presentation to your class or your youth group, then please do get in touch with your nearest community rail partnership. If you don't know which one of those is your nearest, then please contact Karen at the Backtrack email, and then she will field your inquiries out to us. And I'm now going to hand back over to Fiona for your questions.
Thank you, everyone. I hope you're excited about Backtrack. It's going to be a great year, and we know we're going to get some great entries. I'm aware that there might be questions, so we've got a few minutes just if anyone wants to unmute themselves and ask a question, or pop it in the chat, because I'm monitoring the chat as well. It's all gone quiet. No questions. I would just re-emphasize that we've opened the competition up to a much wider age group this year. So 7 years can enter right up to, well, let's see, the oldest person we can get to enter the competition. That would be a story, wouldn't it? Can we get someone who's in their 90s to enter, do you think?
I like how you say that, Fiona, and then Richard Isaac's screen appears on my laptop.
Yes, yes, and then Richard
That's my
starts
magic, Richard.
giggling. Yes. For those who don't know, Richard is Community and Sustainability Manager for Northern. So Richard works very closely with many of us across the Northern Network. So I'm not sure why he sniggered there. Has he got someone lined up that he's going to get to enter Backtrack who's in their 90s?
No, not at all. No, what I'd like, I do apologise, I came in slightly late because my previous meeting was overrunning. This is fantastic, and really we want to get it out to our NCS partners this summer. So that's our sort of 17 plus age group in terms of getting involved with this particular project. So I will be circulating this round the English Football League later this week for them to pick up with their NCS challenges this summer. So hopefully we'll get this some quite wide sort of attention from extended community groups this summer, because I think it's fantastic. Thank you.
We've actually got Aston Villa's signed up already, Richard, through that. So the NCS, I know, have been in contact with us. So they did ask if we wanted to go in person, but unfortunately, due to other commitments, I can't go to Aston Villa. But we are going to do some online presentations for the young people so they can get some inspiration about the videos. And we're going to do some safety talks with them as well. So yeah, it'd be really good to get NCS involved. Obviously, like last year was our first year. This year, we've kind of like listened to people and changed things depending on what people wanted. And we're hoping this year we're going to get a bigger response so we can get that message of keeping off the tracks out to a wider audience.
I think it's really apt at this time, and that was my meeting just prior to this one with Network Rail about trespass issues, particularly in sort of my region, East region. So I think you will get a good uptake on this year, particularly from organisations like the NCS, because they've lost their residential element of their NCS challenges this summer. So they've got a greater time to fill. So they're looking for these projects, and I think this is a great fit with what they're doing this summer.
This is very COVID compliant, obviously, because you know, people can do this in their own homes on their own computer. They don't have to be out they can do it away from other people, and that's why we created it last year. And obviously, if restrictions allow people to, if you can have a friend round and do a video together now, you couldn't do that last year. You can do that this year, but obviously we're still saying to people do it in homes or schools or gardens, and definitely nowhere near a railway line for obvious reasons.
Last call for questions. No, fantastic. Well, please do follow us on social media. Please share things, please retweet, please be part of the conversations. And I'm now going to invite Henry to play us out. So I'm going to give him a sort of virtual clap and ask him to play us out, Henry, please.
Thank you very much. I felt that I was just a passerby to everybody else. But now I know that you have to be different to fit in. When you feel like you're stuck on the outside, feeling like you don't fit in. When you feel like you're stuck on the outside, feeling like you don't fit in. I say to you, show who you really are. I was only 12 years old when I followed the crowd. 13 now and I am proud to be myself. And it felt like I was just a passerby to everybody else. Oh, but now I know you have to be different to fit in. And it felt like I was just a passerby to everybody else. You have to follow the crowd like everybody else. Thank you very much. You can go and check out more of my music over at my website. Thanks so much for having me.
Thank you, Henry. That was
Thank you,
amazing.
Henry.
Big fans.
Yes.
Definitely. Well done.
Thank you,
Thanks
everyone.
for joining us. Thank you. See you
Thank you.
soon.
See ya.
Bye.